Scorpio, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for the rest of October. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, your opportunity and challenge, as well as what you may not see coming. And I have to pay homage. I said this to Gemini earlier. I'm filming with this hat on today because this is my doggie, Stella, and it's her birthday tomorrow. She's turning 5. So she's getting lots of treats, pup cups, spoiled with some of her doggy friends. Yes, I have play dates with her doggy friends. That's what kind of dog mom I am. So I hope you are doing well and you have a wonderful weekend ahead, or whenever you see this video, because I'm releasing it on a Friday. Just hope that you enjoy the rest of your month. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Scorpio. All right, let's take a look at the energy. We're going to be pulling from a Sweet Love Tea Oracle deck, the Inner Temple Oracle, and we're also going to get some messages from some Divine Masters to see who's going to join, who's coming with for the rest of the month in the energies for you, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on. Overall general energy for Scorpio, Spirit. What's going on? All right, we have two coming out together. Ah! It's almost like... is someone raining on your parade? No, it's interesting. There's snow and sun. We have the Five of Pentacles with the sun. It's almost like the sun will come out tomorrow type of energy, not to be cheesy. Five of Pentacles is this energy of feeling down and out, and the sun is like bliss, like enlightenment, happiness, joy. And these are polar opposites. Maybe there's some highs and lows, Scorpio. Maybe that's going to resonate with a lot of you. Highs and lows. This could also be you successfully discovering joy. It's puppies and rainbows. And there's puppies and babies and sunflowers on this card. And this could be you overcoming a phase or chapter where things didn't feel so good. Five of Pentacles is not feeling good about something or someone. If you want to speak big terms here, Five of Pentacles, I'll say this. I'm getting a vibe that you're now finding happiness again after having to release someone from your life or release a certain limiting belief out of your life. And you're realizing that the purpose of life is to be happy and to be joyful. And even when you get down, you see the silver lining in everything that happens. Positive attitude. That's what it looks like, Scorpio. Even if you feel like you're not quite where you want to be. All right. This could also be someone feels your absence, Scorpio. All right. Opportunity, the Four of Swords. Yeah. Healing, taking a time out, resting, re-energizing your body, mind, and spirit. A lot of people are getting Four Swords energy. It's just basically tempering the energy, taking your time, making sure you're getting lots of sleep, hydration, rest. We're going through a collective energetic upgrade, kind of like a software system upgrade. It's like when a new iPhone's released, they're saying we got to adjust to the new bells and whistles. And it's exciting, but it's also kind of overwhelming at the same time because it's like new tech. So you're integrating new tech into your cells, into your awareness. And it does look like even new tech in your programming here, because this is really, despite circumstances, if you are in any adversity, you're seeing the bright side of things. This is maintaining definitely a positive framework of mind. Five of Swords. Yeah, maybe because you've had some conflict or some friction with someone. This may be you, trying to feel comfortable about standing up for yourself, speaking about your opinions, even if it's going to upset people around you. Five of Swords is kind of a standoff energy, and there are people retreating in this. It's like you feel a little bit on guard. We go from the Four in your opportunity of Swords with the Five of Swords in your challenge. So this is like, how do you want to approach friction or conflict in your life, especially if it comes to even an internal conflict? And I think you're realizing it's all a matter of what you want to think about and believe and feed. Let's see though. Judgment. Ooh, okay. Maybe there's some big decisions that you're making. This is in the near future. You may be deciding to pivot from one project into another. There might be guilt. You could be turning away from somebody, and it's, you're ultimately, it's for the best, but it's hard. Judgment is a universal, it's a cosmic force that pushes us sometimes uncomfortably into change. But it's a rebirth nonetheless. It's like new tech, new perspectives, mindset shifts are not easy sometimes, but it does seem like it's where you're headed. Let's see. Let me get a little more information here at the bottom. Hangman, right? A pause. Two of Swords, so you can collect your thoughts and make a decision between should I stay or should I go? Two of Swords. Queen of Swords, okay? Decisions being made this month about maybe a big life change, whether it's in work or in a personal relationship. Yeah, so you can move forward or move on. The Chariot. And make peace, right, with the situation and how you feel about it. Because this is unique to this deck. Many of you who have been following me, you know this deck. It's called This Might Hurt Tarot. It's a modern deck. They have an included card here around the ego. And when we're wrestling with our ego and we're having difficulty feeling understood and valued and seen by others in general, or we're at peace with the ego and things are becoming more, I feel like you're going from a phase where things were almost like you were at odds with your environment, so to speak, or a situation, and now you're making peace with the path, maybe even for some of you on a bigger sense, because this is definitely integrating more shadow work and finding peace in the process. But it does seem like it hasn't been easy. It's been a little uncomfortable, but you're moving on and moving forward. This could be around just how you communicate and learning from, the ups and downs of that. A lot of people are learning how to handle conflict in a better way. And also in general, when you are working on shadow integration and karma, it's really about calming the nervous system down and learning how to reprogram the brain and its patterning and the way it responds. So this new tech for you could literally be how you can come from a calm centered place when you do hit friction with someone or tension, right? When you feel that uncomfortable energy in the room and you have to address certain concerns or things that you're feeling or sensing, I think you're learning how to do that maybe more tactfully, more intentionally. All right, I'm going to leave these out just so I can refer to them energetically because they are big energies. All right, I don't want to this could have to do with a work situation too, where there's been some inner conflict going on. Let's see. Or worries. Some of you might have worries around finances and your healing scarcity mindset. That could appeal to some of you. Let's now go into what masters want to step forward for you, Scorpio, for the rest of the month to give you their support. And what are their messages to you? Told me to shuffle. What are the divine masters? What is their message to you, Scorpio? What's their message to you? I'm getting something about truth. Something about truth. Oh, spiritual calling. I like that. We have Michael and Faith, which has been a pretty predominant energy, I would have to say. I've had this card a couple times. It seems to be maybe a universal theme going on cosmically for a lot of signs. And we're about to go in. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. It's your birthday too. Happy birthday for a lot of you. We're not quite in Scorpio season, what I'm reading for right now, but we will be during this time frame that I'm reading for. So this does signal to me you could be wrapping up a cycle where maybe you're bummed out. You took some losses, suffered some setbacks, but you're healing and you're growing and you're integrating, the lessons learned. You're not going to stay where you were. Maybe, you were in an energy that didn't feel good, but things are getting better. We have Michael and Faith. They are a twin flame couple. And Michael is the celestial protector. Faith is a renewal of hope and faith in general. So these two coming in is basically guidance saying, you are under divine protection and you're about to experience a breakthrough moment. And they're here to help guide you through it. All right. And we do have a lot of swords energy. Breakthroughs are usually in the air energy. It's about a breakthrough around what you believe, in your perception. What else? And this could be around your own spiritual calling. We have Paul the Venetian, gifted one, revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. This came out too for the collective. Scorpio, right on point. Right on point. Yeah. And with Pluto going direct now, I feel like Aquarius got some of these energies as well. And because Pluto just went direct in 1 degree Aquarius, I think you're feeling these energies too. So you kind of might be mirroring a little bit of the Aquarian reading. You might want to check that one out. So we have the gifted one, which is revealing your hidden talents and opportunities for you to shine. And we have shine here. So you could have some ideas that you're sitting on right now that will help you advance on the path. You're taking them. I think there's this reflection going on and rebirth going on around you recognizing some of your soul's blueprint and things coming in right now for you, visions for the future. It could be around partnership. Sacred vessel, Mary Magdalene, you are the answer, be guided to your purpose. Yeah, you're getting strong push from spirit guides, masters here around your own calling, around you fulfilling some of the things that you set out to do in this lifetime. And this being like an activation point for you, Scorpio. It's like, all right, let's move forward. Let's start working on this. All right. And you don't have to do it, at this like crazed pace. If you're really part of this, I call them, the spiritual architects of this new earth energy that a lot of us are being activated with at this time. And I feel that with Pluto in this next 20-year cycle in Aquarius, because it's Pluto, right? And that's, Scorpio energy. I feel like you all are going to be maybe even finding Aquarian energies within yourself, like high visions, right? Downloads of like, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, it's like getting your next curriculum, right? In new coursework. And you're like looking through the syllabus and going, you want me to do what? Like, seriously? Spirit's like, yeah, you're the one who decided you were going to do it. You said, let me volunteer, let me do it. So there could be something pretty big that you're working on or under wraps or at least coming online. A lot of people are getting really this super moon in Aries just put a oomph under everybody to just move forward with your plans, with your visions, whether that includes divine union or a sacred calling to be a vessel of the light and to go out there and spread your energy out in the world in whatever way and whatever capacity you see fit. You're getting a push. I think you're almost like, just can you give me a minute? Like, I need to take a pause though. I need to consider this carefully. So that's fine too. But you are getting guidance that is helping you with your spiritual calling and the gifts that you came here to activate and actually being a sacred vessel for the new earth moving forward. Okay. I know a lot of you are going to understand what I'm saying. If you're like, what are you talking about? I am Illuminated Tarot here for a reason. All right. This is the illuminated path. I think you're reaching for your highest timeline here and what you're trying to create. Spirit's just saying, make sure you don't wear yourself too thin in that. All right. But as it relates to something practical, whatever you're learning about in your interpersonal dynamics, maybe in partnership, with either you and your career, you and divine. See, partnership doesn't have to be about anybody else. So however this resonates, I want you to take it through your filter, right? And use it to your advantage. And so when it comes to these energies, I sense that even in the friction, this is like, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. It really is taking the stuff that some people go, ew, or ick, and using that, right? That's your Plutonian energy. That's Scorpio energy of turning and alchemizing pain into purpose. And so you're showing me I've learned a lot from loss, from pain, from less than, and it's part of your own enlightened path. Well, I could just go off. Okay, let's just keep going. Stay focused, Jenna. Let's now go into yes, no, maybe no. They want me to go with the original tarot. Let's now clarify. This Five of Pentacles. What a polarity, yeah? Five of Pentacles in the Sun. I do think you could be quantum leaping. It's funny, I was watching a video about that scientifically, that when there's a quantum leap in I want to say, is it electrons? Is it, or protons? We'll say one or the other. You know what I'm getting at here. When they study these things, when a particle, there we go, a particle is about to take a quantum leap, it actually disappears from the field and then it comes back online in another timeline. You literally collapse from one, disappear, and go back into another. So that might be a metaphor for your life. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that. It's kind of mind-blowing when you start thinking about quantum theory. Some of you go down those rabbit holes. It's fascinating. All right. Oh, another judgment. We have double judgment with the Four of Wands. Wow, it's almost like you've got a whole new life, Scorpio. There's that Four of Wands. It was at the bottom of the deck. Came out again. Judgment, Four of Wands. And yeah, this one. The Chariot. Well, you got a big confidence booster. What is this? It's like from like down and out to... It's like a rags to riches kind of thing. Or maybe it's just in your own... You took a quantum leap. All right? There's something going on here that's really amazing. I think you're building the new world. You're like, watch me do it. You know, we've got the Chariot. It's you being divinely guided and led to move forward on the path, out of loss into joy, into enlightenment, into, you know, you could be attaining, like I said, a new roadmap, a new blueprint, a new chapter of your life is unfolding, and it feels like it's you've arrived, Scorpio. What can I say? Judgment, Four of Wands, Chariot, over the Five of Pentacles and the Sun. I like it a lot. So you got some great energy. It's like you're rooting and grounded in a new reality, and maybe in a new commitment or some sort of new partnership. And it's like it's a rebirth of your life. So maybe you felt like, you know what, I'm just never gonna get there. Whether it's your part, like I said, it doesn't mean it's about a romantic union. It could be your partnership with spirit, your partnership with your own growth in your own life's journey, you know, making peace with that, understanding it, alchemizing it, pain to purpose type of energy. Or it could be you literally moving forward in a deep commitment and feeling like your whole life, past, present, future is aligning, right? Just so. Four of Swords, and you're like taking a sigh of relief perhaps because of how you're feeling in the second half of October. Yeah, rooting and grounding. Everybody's getting a lot of this earth energy. Let's come back into balance. Let's slow life down. Let's make sure that we're enjoying life, enjoying the journey. Queen of Pentacles, double Four of Swords. I like it a lot. And the Three of Cups. You know what? I would say you better enjoy the time that you have off. This is like work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard. That's literally that energy. Two, Four of Swords. I feel like you're getting mirrored too. You have someone in your life perhaps that is helping you play and enjoy how hard you work. All right? I like it. Work hard, play hard. This is getting together your friends, enjoying your social connections, perhaps celebrating your birthday, feeling, you know, all of life's riches. Queen of Pentacles is a great energy of abundance. People giving you gifts, if that's your love language, but I love it. There's this beautiful joy and rest and relaxation and peace in the air, Scorpio, for you as you enter into Scorpio season, as you ride high, triumphant on your chariot here, your Scorpio chariot. All right. What's this, though? We got a little hiccup. What's this conflict? Five of Swords in your challenge. Do you feel guilty when you take breaks? Do you feel guilty taking time off? What's this? Because it's paired with the opportunity. Death. There you are, Scorpio. This is a rebirth. Oh, it is. This is bigger. This is bigger because this is speaking about your cycle. All right. We've got this. We've got the Scorpio. No, we've got the Death with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups and the Five of Swords. I think if you are dealing with a partnership of any sort, things are changing radically for you, Scorpio. I would say recently, I would say in the last 3 weeks to 3 months, you've gone through a huge contrast of energies. It's the death of the old. Death is a rebirth, all right? And again, I mean, I'm seeing it again, from the Five of Pentacles to the Sun, right? Pain into purpose, making, you know, lemonade out of lemons. Three of Swords to the Ten of Cups is like you know what? Despite the pain, despite everything I had to go through to get here, it was worth it. Every tear, there's something about you making peace with your past cycle and understanding all of the lessons therein, and finding joy once again, and the harmonization of your connections, deep feeling of union, merging, right, with a spirit of emotional abundance and fulfillment that perhaps you haven't felt in quite some time, because you're going through maybe moving through heartbreak, pain, in the walls that creates. Dare I say, you could be slowly on like a slow-mo button. And I know how hard it is for Scorpios once you get hurt, right, to forgive and release and let go. But it's like that. I'm seeing, like, you know, and it's like, you know, it's like this is your wall around your heart, and you're like, okay, slowly and surely it's coming down. And you might have a little bit of an internal conflict around that. You know, well, who am I without this pain? And we have talked about that Scorpios tend to like to romanticize the pain and be stuck in the narratives around that. And I think you've learned enough from that now. Yeah, this is deep, deep healing work, integration, and living a joy-filled life, you know, having learned a lot along the way. I like this a lot for you. Let's see the Judgment card in the near future, because we have it in your opportunity, but it's attached to partnership that you're moving forward in, out of maybe feeling, you know, abandoned. Maybe your story, for some of you, this might, you know, resonate. People abandoning you, or you abandoning yourself to keep the peace. You could have been doing that in an existing partnership, and it's transforming now. Or you did this with other people in this past cycle, and now you're going through a rebirth, having learned, measuring, you know, your actions and deeds and words against that feather of truth. Like I said, truth. I kept hearing truth coming in, and we have double Judgment. We have Horus here too. Higher being. Let's see. Oh, and we have the Fool and the Six of Cups. Oh, wow. This is triumphing over past cycle. All right, making peace with the past. And also us, dare I say, Scorpio, you gotta, let me just see. Let's get the last card before I call it. What's the last card going to be, Spirit, before we go into the love tea? Last one. There it is. And there's that Five of Swords. You're walking away from the fight, okay? And maybe it's taken you some time. The struggle was real. I feel like maybe if you felt like you were getting dragged, like, you know, when you see people in old Western movies and they get snagged on the saddle and they're like stuck, you know, you may felt like you got dragged for a little while. And we'll say through the mosh pit of karma. I never say that, but it is. It's like you maybe went through a slow crawl, right, through some difficult times with another, all right, or with multiple others. But I see here it's worth the ride, because you've got this like triumph over the past. We have the Fool and the Six of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords over Judgment. I think you were learning too. A lot of people are learning how to do this successfully. Nervous system regulation. When a conflict arises, can you slow down and learn from past experiences? Because if you do, you are going to go through a rebirth like none other and realize, oh my God, I can handle life differently. I've got this. Okay? And maybe that's what conflict taught you, period, too, was how to handle it in a healthy way. But overall, if you want to look at big picture energy, this definitely has to do with walking away from, you know, jagged conversations, difficult speech, maybe even. I've definitely, with my Scorpio moon and Venus, I tend to say things and go, oh crap, I wish I hadn't said that, especially when I'm mad or triggered. So that might be something you're working on or have worked on. But overall, I see this as a sweetness. It's almost like I said, dare I say, Scorpios are softening and getting so super, like, just in the feels. You're really in the feels. If you've been feeling emotional, or you over your future and how good it can get, it's coming. It's coming for you. Happiness is sneaking up and biting you in the ass, Scorpio. All right. Whether it's you finally, figuring out life and how to live it, or really stepping into your divine calling, or you got somebody you just are like, man, we made it through a rough patch. I love you so much. You know what I mean? Because you've got a lot of emotional harmony, family harmony. It doesn't even have to be about a partnership. It could just be you having struggles in your family and things improving, learning from it. But you got a new beginning, got Fool's energy here. I love it. You're poised and ready. Let's get your sweet love tea. What's the sweet love tea for Scorpio spirit for the rest of October? Attraction. We'll get a couple and get my glasses. Well, maybe someone was a little unsure for a minute. Maybe you had a little crisis in a connection and you were like, huh. Because uncertainty can create a lot of controversy in your mind. You're just like, So I think you're learning through conflict how to weather the storms successfully without giving up. Yeah. We literally have putting aside differences between you and someone and soaring to the next level. It's like, It's, it's a test. It's a test of a relationship. It's a test of a bond to actually get through conflict. It's not avoiding conflict. It's successfully repairing from conflict. That's how you create safe, supported love. So we have divine, devotion, and this is also the ascension process too, in your elevation, in your spiritual elevation, which you have so many beautiful masters helping you with that this month. Questioning past actions and current decisions. Doubts needs time. You might have had some uncertainty. All right. In a situation, having great chemistry or able to manifest love, desire, power, and allure. For those of you who are single, you might be moving away from someone who just was too much uncertainty. And others of you who have had difficulty in a partnership, I feel like you are remembering the chemistry and there's a desire to move to the next level and stay devoted to one another. I like seeing that. Wonderful. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to hit that. Wonderful love tea. Let's now get a Inner Temple Oracle. What is the Inner Temple Oracle for Scorpio for the rest of October? Going into Scorpio season. What have they got going on here? What do you want to say here? Whoop. I said take the third one. 1, 2, 3. The tall poppy. It is rising in elevation. I love the tall poppy. Who else got this? Shit, might have been, was it Libra? Might have been Libra. Some of you might have Libra placements because we have the Queen of Swords here in the future. A lot of swords energy. Some of you might have Libra placements. Let's look at the tall poppy. I like this one a lot because this is about you and your confidence. Number 80. The tale of the tall poppy says that the poppy that rises highest in the field will be cut down. This card appears when someone is called to be visible in the world. Yeah, it's time to shine. It's time to shine, Scorpio. This could be your partnership with your calling, right? Their new curriculum is to step out into the world and shine a little brighter than you have been ever before. It's part of your birthright here. Some of you are rags to riches if you actually did the thing that you're afraid to do. This card appears when someone is called to be visible in the world and soar to greater heights than before. Yet they may feel daunted by the size of the call and fear negative reactions, criticism, and envy from people around them. Shame is a tool used by the patriarchy to keep us captive. So refuse to feel, whoa, did you see I accidentally, I never drop a card like that. I dropped the card. It's time to drop the shame, Scorpio. So refuse to feel ashamed. I'm going to hold on tight to this. Do not be ashamed, Scorpio. So refuse to feel ashamed. Refuse to take up less space. Refuse to be bound or dimmed. If you live in a way that attempts to appease everyone, your medicine will be wasted, your presence being a vital note in the great orchestra of life. Reach high and rise like the tallest poppy in the field, for this is your destiny. Wow. If fear or shame or confusion or grief come, do whatever you need to do to move through this, through your body. Yep. That's that 5 of Pentacles to the sun. Move your body. Dance, sing, shake, scream. By the way, I can't wait for Florence and the Machine's new album, Something About Scream. It's coming out soon during your season, so you may be psyched, okay? Just want that to be said. Dance, sing, shake, scream, walk, run. Talk to a trusted one. Don't let any part of your soul leave. Your light is needed here. Inner temple activation. I refuse to take up less space or dim my light in accordance with others' opinions. I allow the potency of my truth and my light to occupy each and every cell and take up the entire room unapologetically. Now, if that doesn't sound scorpionic, I don't know what does. Scorpio, you be the tallest poppy, proud. Let go of the shame. Let go of the shame. Anything you carry, especially around exposure, stepping into the light, being an inspiration. If you took a hit in your career, doesn't have to be over. All right, for you. You have hidden talents and you have opportunities to shine coming through. All right. What's the advice? What's the advice for Scorpio? Woo. The moon. Look at that. You see how I want to fly? The moon. Duality, light and shadow. They're pointing out the wolves. You know, it's also don't be ashamed of your wild nature and of the emotions that you feel. I'll tell you, I know deeply what the moon can feel like inside. It's almost like people don't understand how deep you can be. Accept that part of you. It's beautiful. I love Scorpio energy, personally. I really do. This is typically, in this deck, the Queen of Swords drowning. And maybe for a time you felt like you were drowning in your own emotions, or maybe you got used to that. And now I feel like they're telling me it's time for you to be happy, Scorpio. It's time for you to be happy. The moon. And it's also about your shadow work. Your Six of Swords came flying out of my hand. God, I feel like Spirit's really trying to pull these cards away from me. It's like moving on to calmer waters, moving to the other shore. You've been in transition, maybe doing shadow work integration, understanding your patterns, letting go of the past, moving on. Yeah, and the Five of Pentacles. I think you're moving out of a belief system around that was actually stimulated by a great deal of strife, conflict, difficulty, especially when it comes up to your feelings and how your thoughts and how those thoughts affected your feelings. So your advice for the rest of the month is to know that you're in process here. You have the key to free yourself from the feelings that maybe were plaguing you for quite some time around being alone or being on your own. It seems to me what you're headed toward is a beautiful frequency of alignment of both light and shadow. And there's the Tower. You've got a beautiful awakening going on because of new stability in a career endeavor, a calling, an avocation, or an actual commitment, new community even. There's something new on the scene that's part of your rebirth. We have the Temperance, the Tower, the Four of Wands, and the Judgment at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Wands. I think it's like you're closing off a chapter that affected you deeply, Scorpio. And when I see these energies, and you'll understand this, it carves out a greater opportunity to feel the depths of your life's journey and the way you're evolving and changing. And when you start to look back and you start to honor even the pain, you've grown. So I'm seeing Scorpios tuning in today that have grown immensely in this past cycle. And you're learning how to move away from energies that dominated your psyche for a long time. And it's like when we get stuck in a loop, right? And now it's like, there's a card too in the Inner Temple about being unhookable. And it's time for you to unhook from any shame programming around your potential and around the potential of love and actual happiness in your life. Emotional fulfillment, Scorpio. It's time to upgrade the software, right? The new tech has arrived. Incorporate it, integrate it, it's like finally a chapter of peace and harmony coming in for you. I do believe this next year for you is going to be markedly different than the previous year. All right. That is my reading for you all. Take care. Namaste.